Yo VC, what's up? Bob here. Welcome to Final Finds on the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. This is number 105. That's right, folks, number 105. I found some records this week, and we're going to get into them right now. Coming in hot, that's right. Bela Fleck, Natural Bridge. Bela Fleck, banjo virtuoso. You may know him from his very popular band Bela Fleck and the Flecktones with Victor Wooten and Future Band. That said, there is a group of people who have pushed the bluegrass form further into the future, and Bela Fleck is one of these people. And on this particular record, Natural Bridge, he's here with a host of virtuosos. Jerry Douglas is on dobro, plays beautiful. Sam Bush is here, and he's on fiddle. Why is Sam Bush on fiddle? Because David Grisman is on mandolin. Mark O'Connor is in the band, and he is virtually an alien. He can play everything. So this is a spectacular record. Beautiful music. I paid up for it, paid 15 bucks for it. It is VG+++. And it is on that familiar Rounder label, yeah. So, Bela Fleck's Natural Bridge, great record. Super glad I found it. You don't see Bela Fleck records very much. Next, Hugh Montenegro. Music from The Good, The Bad, The Ugly. My favorite movie of all time. Starring Clint Eastwood. That's right, it is a Western. This is a fantastic soundtrack. It puts the vibe out there. Most notably, has the Ecstasy of Gold on it, which is one of the themes from The Good and the Bad, the Ugly. And Metallica has came out to the Ecstasy of Gold at every show they've pretty much ever played for the longest time. And it also features the Fistful of Dollars theme and For a Few Dollars More theme. Yeah, it is on the RCA Victor label, Deep Groove with the Nipper, right? Really cool. Paid $3 for this, $2.99. Then I go to the next shop and I find this one. A little bit later, this is late 70s probably, it was $5 sealed. Same thing. This is the first pressing, and this is just the repress, but it's sealed. Anytime I find a sealed record for $3 to $5, if it's a good record, I just get it. In 1985, Fear put out their second record. It's called More Beer. That's right. The band Fear has always tried to be as controversial as possible. It's what the kids these days would call trolling. And they do it all the time, so much in the early days to the point people would come up on stage and fight them. They say things that they know people don't like. They know it's going to upset a certain amount of people. But that's part of the punk rock ethos, and in particular the California hardcore punk rock scene. As you can see, they have this kind of faux swastika here with the F's, you know. Same thing on the center label. The other side has all the track listings. This is a wild record. The guitar sounds are absolutely killer, kind of rides the edge between like some type of Hendrixian thing and then like 80s rock. There's even like some Van Halen kind of tapping and stuff. Super strong vocal, killer guitars, kick drum and snare are just like fantastic sounding. There's, I think a djembe even starts off one track. Kind of experimental. There's some psychedelic moments. I mean, this is, if it wasn't, the lyrics are, yes, a bit juvenile, confrontational, yeah. Is this fantastic? Yes. And clearly the players in this band are far more skilled than your average hardcore punk rock musician. These guys are really good players, and I was really happy to find this. It is a bit of a cutoff here, probably a promo. As you can see, it does say WJHU on the front. Radio station had this copy. It is very clean. That's what I love about those radio station copies, is the DJs are usually pretty careful with the records. Next. I'd been seeing the Blue Note 80 version of this record and hadn't really jumped on it. And you know, running about $25, obviously. And then I saw this original pressing of the record for $10 at Better Days Music here in Louisville, Kentucky. That's right. Tony Williams, Foreign Intrigue, right? This is a record from the mid-80s. It has some kind of mid-80s production on it, so it can sound a little bit dated, but overall, the playing on this record is fantastic, especially from Tony Williams. This is a great sounding pressing of the record on the Finest in Jazz since 1939. Label, this is a very, very clean copy of this record, and I paid $10 for it. So if you can get the OG original pressing for, you know, $10, just get that for sure. This is a great sounding pressing. Grail alert. That's right, folks. I've done it. I've done it. Willie Nelson, Shotgun Willie. That's right. The last vinyl finds I brought home, Phases and Stages, from my trip. And this week I find the Willie Grail that I have been looking for. Shotgun Willie. This is a fantastic record from the peak of Willie's powers. Whiskey River is on this. And you know, when you hear the original version of Whiskey River on vinyl, and you start hearing that bass, and you're like, man, this is kind of funky. This is super funky. This record is filled with like funky outlaw country and beautifully written ballads. Iconic cover, 2 Willies in the double barrel there. It's on the typical 2-color Atlantic label. Whenever my dad would get super hammered, he would always put this record on. So it I'm not going to say that was necessarily a positive experience, but it is a marker in my life. So yeah, this record has some some additional meaning to me. Super glad to find it. You know, it took me about a year to find Honky Tonk Heroes. I found this one pretty quick in comparison. Willie Nelson, Shotgun Willie. Yeah. And last but not least, that's right, a Bob Dylan bootleg called Seems Like a Freeze Out on, that's right, Trademark of Quality, the bootleg company. That's right. It just has this kind of blue piece of paper on the front here of the just a plain white jacket with a little information about what's on the record. Side 2, it's a heater. It's a bootleg, so the sound quality is just okay, but overall, these are really cool. Trademark quality pig here on the label. So funny, it even says on the label here, broadcasting and copying of this record is prohibited. It's made by bootleggers. You know, they still don't know who the 2 individuals were that ran Trademark of Quality. There is a new book out about it that covers all the records that Trademark of Quality put out, has all the fine details about this. But if you see Trademark of Quality stuff for cheap, especially, it's very collectible, and especially if it's in good shape, and this is basically near mint. You know, it's really cool to have this stuff. If you get into, you know, bootleg records and you find out about Mike the Mike and, you know, Trademark Quality and things of this nature, these are very cool. Obviously, the Zeppelin boots are the most desirable, but anyway, please like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave some comments down below. Until we meet again, folks, that's right. Bob out.